Lois, you be chilling. What's up? Good, how are you? Earl is live, babies. You know, you guys always see me at night, but sometimes I need video documentation that I'm up in the daytime. I'm a creature of the night. It's hard for me to read the chat right now. There is the restaurant that used to be called Pump No More. Ugh. Sorry, it's not carbonated. It's now Rooster Fish. Which used to be a gay bar in Venice. Now they're also here. Streets are crowded, people going to work. There's a great bar, the best name of a bar ever, the Mother Lode. I'll let you think about that. All right, let's throw away my trash. Well, look who's here. Lois be chilling right now. It's a little too early for a hello. It's time for Lois's walk. I'll pick up Earl in the house. Lois, let's go this way. Mush. Mush. There's not too much terribly interesting here. Give you guys a little tour West Hollywood. Now, this used to be my go-to beauty supply store, but no more, no more. Lois ain't feeling it. Take you on the back streets. Yes. Lois is in the house, AC/DC. Sorry about the mishap, ACDC, with your banning or whatever it was. I've never banned anybody. YouTube's weird like that. Like, I've had certain people tell me that they did not get the notification that I was going live, and certain people do get it. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on now. This guy deals drugs. Come on. He literally deals drugs to the homeless around here. Yeah, that's weird to me. Like, I checked all my settings, everything's cool. Come on, Lois. I can't read the chat right now. It's very bright out. But I can't show you Lois. She's moving a little slow today. Streets are pretty dead this time of day. Nothing really too exciting. If you watch the show Vanderpump Rules, there is the bar Tom Tom. I think there's a new season with an all-new cast coming, so that should be interesting. Although they'll never replace Jax as the greatest reality show villain ever. He's just perfect for reality show TV. Here's the sports bar Jim. I once watched a hockey game there because I thought it was a sports bar. But apparently Jim stands for gay young male. Yowza. Come on, look. Coming up on a very crowded intersection, Santa Monica and San Vicente. Damn, it's really bright out. I'll be inside in a second. Nice day today. Some clouds in the air, but I'd say it's in the early 70s. Not too windy. Of course, we're due for some big rain tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, which in some ways is needed, but will be tricky because of all the burnt out hillsides. There are going to be some killer mudslides. Couple bars. I mean, this is Bar Alley. Come on, Lois. There's a band's tour bus. There's really no place for a tour bus to park on Sunset, so they park right there. It's a pretty nice tour bus. Not sure, I would guess maybe a band playing the whiskey. There's the gay hot dog stand right there. There's the gay car wash. Of course, pretty much every business in this neighborhood is gay. And that's okay. The fuck? The freaks are out early. Yes, Larry H. Parker. He got that one guy $2.1 million, but you know, they never showed that guy's body. I think he only had a head. Larry Parker got me $2.1 million. Yeah, but what happened to the rest of your fucking body, bro? Come on now, Lois. You haven't barked all day. Lois moves pretty fast for an old codger. You know, the Lois walks are some of the more popular lives. So I appreciate you guys joining me on my journey. I used to use this guy. But fuck was he annoying. Lenny from Montreal. Yeah, R.I.P. Larry H. Parker. Iconic in the LA area. It's Larry H. Parker. There was Celino and Barnes, but I guess they had a falling out. Well, out here now, the guy who basically replaced Larry Parker is this Persian guy, Jacob and Ronnie. He kind of gives you, come on, buddy.
Good morning. How are you? Good to see you. All right.
He kind of gives you a crazy Eddie vibe. Yes, Lois be chilling right now. See, Lois knows where to go. He's just a tired old dog. Lois does want it. Tell you what she wants. It's her breakfast right now. Alright. Let's take care of some business. There we go, we go in there. Corn dip, we have a streaming legend in the house. Lois, you earned a little extra. There's Lois's setup here. Get a bird's eye view of her eating. She said, "Get out of my face." All right, let's go back to the setup here. Let's turn on the Earl sign. All right. What up? Lois is the best. The GOAT. It's pretty early for me to do a stream. But I have, message hell for review. These are always fun. Boy, it's a little early. For fuck's sake, speak up. Go to someone else's stream if you don't like my volume. You guys can never satisfy you guys. Something's always wrong. I've got the volume on full tilt. And I can't talk any louder than I am with this booming, deep baritone. Yes, I do have teeth. Oh well, we don't do that, Ben. We don't do that in here. And why would you report me for racism? I haven't said one racist thing. Tonight's show, Corn Diff, plug your shows, baby doll. Corn Diff is a legend in the business. And I hope you guys all support Corn Diff. Like and subscribe his channel. And like and subscribe my channel if you dig what I do. And if you don't, it's fine too. What do I think of Kevin Brennan throwing a tantrum at the 1-2 poker table? I mean, you know, oh, come on, Ollie, you can do better than that. I guarantee you my life is better than yours. Trust me on that one, Chief. Temperature in West Hollywood, it's in the low 70s. Are you eating brunch at Egg Slut at the Dam? That's a deep cut, Fred Quintana. In terms of Kevin Brennan getting kicked out of a poker game, I mean, listen, it's Kevin, you know. I think he's the funniest person in the dabble land. But I don't know. Seems kind of silly to get kicked out of a meaningless poker game. Don't worry about what my job is, Ali. I'm rich. I don't have to have a job. Well, I mean, you got now. I've got people in the stream turning on each other. Let's not report anyone in my stream. This is a fun stream, guys. No drama, no conflict. Well, you know, that's the lovely beauty of the internet, is that the trolls come out. 100%. Ali seems to be a troll. Well, I don't know why you guys are reporting him. I don't think he's said anything that is a punishable offense. I like my eggs scrambled. If we can throw that into the, well, you guys are reporting everyone. Ben Allen, you seem to be a bit of a vigilante in here, which I'm not necessarily against, but let's be cool in here, be cool. We talk about anything in here, hockey, politics, pro wrestling. Low 70s, Brian, low 70s. Okay, you can report yourself. Any activity gets me into the algorithm. We are moderate or less right now. So all the responsibility falls on my hands to make sure you guys behave in here. Bitcoin, yeah. I mean, Bitcoin, all my friends who told me to get into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all those things, they all had to get a second job because they lost all their money. I'm a real estate man, and that's why I don't have to have a second job. All right, guys, they're reporting each other. It's a little old. You guys got to write some new material in this stream. I mean, so do I, but you guys, Jesus, it's a little early for this level of unfunny. So please, be cool. Hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll all have a good time in here. Brian, you've asked me that like 7 times. I think someone's been smoking the funny stuff in Sudbury. I mean, there's risk and reward with it. So I just know that a lot of my friends lost a lot of money on it. What up, Iris? What up? I saw the SpaceX rocket last night in the sky. It's pretty weird. Everyone thought we were under attack. I think Elon is just a crazy rich man. I think they launched like 24 rockets yesterday. I mean, that's the amount of money to launch one is a lot. I mean, staggering. 24 is impressive to say the least. So the topic here is everything and nothing at the same time, my friend. We talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I don't have a beef with Andrew DeWitt. SXFD7. $1.99. Can you sing all Joe Hendry? I know who Joe Hendry is, but I don't really watch TNA outside of my friends, the Nemeth brothers. So I know like he does like the Elias thing and sings a song, but you know, I'm not really familiar with Joe Hendry. I mean, I know he's popular, and wasn't he in the Royal Rumble or something? So, he's on the upward trajectory. But I, as you know, I'm an AEW guy. Thank you, SXFD7. I appreciated it very much. And, I speed through TNA. I don't watch WWE, to be honest with you, so I'm just not interested in it. I'm a AEW man for life because I have a lot of friends over there, so it's funner for me to watch. Like I know Kenny Omega, RJ City, Harley Cameron, the NASCAR driver. I did see a bumper sticker once in Alabama that said NASCAR makes my dick trickle. So I thought that was interesting. I don't watch WWE, so I don't really have any feelings of John Cena one way or the other. I mean, his shtick got old with me 10 years ago. Yes, hit the like and subscribe button, guys. I mean, I don't ask you guys for much. Just a little bit of support. And SXFD7 has been generous with me. In 30 minutes, I've made $1.99. I do have the golden larynx. EA Sports. It's in the game. Who's your favorite? Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega. Yes, I love me, the Ultimate Warrior. I have an autographed frame picture of him right over my right shoulder. Yeah, I bet you do, Tommy. Yes, I bet you do. Let me see who else. I like the Outrunners. I like the MXM Collection Tag Team. They're kind of doing like a Billy and Chuck vibe. And Elias is now in Ring of Honor with the Righteous. And they'll get the call up to AEW at some point. Thoughts on Brock Lesnar? I mean, he's legit. I mean, I'm not like a super fan. So why don't you give me money, Ali, you cheap fuck? I'm the one doing the work here. Come into my stream panhandling for money. Get the fuck out of here. Give me $10 if you can afford it. I mean, the trolls in the early morning streams are really out of control. I got to be honest with you. I mean, I attract a very weird group in here. I mean, I've never had, this is a first in the Earlverse world where a stream chat person is asking me for money. That's just not how it works in here. You got to show Earl the money, honey. But I get it. The trolls are out. I don't know what time it is in India and Pakistan, but I'm sure it's like got to be midnight, 1 a.m. So you got people who've been smoking the tabbouleh, and who's this guy Earl? I'll go in his stream and fuck around. So there you go. And of course, my East Coast brothers, it's 1:30. You know, I'm an international streamer. I've got fans in Australia, New Zealand, the UK, New York, Chicago, Canada. I'm the real deal. I have trouble walking and I can't work. Well, that ain't my problem, bro. Coming into my stream asking for money, knowing that I'm Jewish. Shit. Unbelievable. But I hope you can figure out how to walk someday. See, I can be nice. I get my spot assignments today at the Comedy Store. So if you're in LA this week and I have a spot at the Comedy Store, come on down, baby. I saw a trans tribute to AC/DC called AC/DC. No, AC/DC is back. Somehow I went into the settings and like 20 people were muted. No one was banned, but they were muted. So I unmuted everyone. So maybe that's why there's a few more trolls than usual. AC/DC, a longtime supporter of the Earlverse, so I would never ban him. And I don't think any of my moderators do. Yeah, I don't mind trolls, but just be funny. You know, like you guys who come in here and say, "Oh, you suck." Okay, what do you know? It gives me nothing to play with you with. So, all right. Well, I don't care. I don't care about people's religious backgrounds in here. This is a colorless stream. So, and that's like a very unfunny joke. So give me money for being unfunny in my stream, you charlatan. You know, oh, I see. Sit down, Zumach. It just streaming. So, Ali, why don't you go to Chad Zumach's stream? I think it's more your speed over there. I mean, I love trolls. It makes the stream fun, but like when they're just, you know, you're old looking. Okay, great. Well, I can't say how you look because I don't see you, so that kind of gives me nothing to play off of. Oh yeah, I watched that show too, Chris. Well, I mean, jokes are allowed in the Earl world. They just got to be funny, man. You know, sit there and make fun of my looks. It's like, I'll guess I'm one of the better looking people in this streaming world, which is not saying much. It's kind of like bragging about being the skinniest girl on The Biggest Loser. We got a new season of Summer House. That show kind of jumped the shark when Hannah left. I see they brought in a few new people, but it ain't working for me. Reality shows are the best when the first couple seasons when they're young and hungry. But then seasons 3 and 4, they start blowing up on Instagram. They start getting the personal appearance money. Ali, we don't type Muslim in here. It's English only in here. You're about to get blocked. That's how unfunny you are. I might block you. And when I block you for not being funny, it's bad because I let a lot of shit fly on this stream. I don't know Brendan Schaub. I've done shows with him, but I wouldn't say I know him. I mean, I'm a paid regular at the Comedy Store. He is not, but he is allowed to do outside shows there. So I bump into him from time to time. Nice guy. I mean, I think he's a little in over his head at the Comedy Store. You know, it'd be like if I walked into Eddie Bravo's jiu-jitsu gym and said, "Hey guys, I'm ready to roll." Probably wouldn't end well for me. Ali, nobody cares about your background. Just say something funny or beat it. Well, yeah, 100% Jabe. We don't speak Brendan Schaub. This isn't homeless cats in here. And I don't care where Brian Callen moves. Guy's a garbage human. All right. We got a girl in here, Jade in the house. No moderators. It's the Wild West in here right now. I will be on Tom Meyer's podcast, I think, in about 3 hours. So I'm going to go back to bed for a minute. I've actually never met Tom, so shalom, shalom. I'm damn near pissing this guy. Is funny. Who, me or Ali? Ali, one more thing about Iran and you're gone. I'm going to block you, you fool. Unless you've hit the subscribe button, then I'll let you. I mean, my humor is incredibly dry. So dry, you got to see it in the rain. And a lot of people like that. A lot of people don't. So, by the way, if you're a fan of mine, you want to follow my comedy career or whatever you want to call it, add me on Instagram. It's at Earl Skakel, EarlSkakel. Very simple to follow me, and I post the good shows on there. And anytime anyone is in Los Angeles and you want to come to a show at the Comedy Store, I'll make it happen. I'll give you the VIP tour after, take you backstage in the green room, which no audience gets to do. So it's a perk of being a member of the channel. So please feel free to hit me up on Instagram. You got to give me like a day's notice because all the shows sell out. Most of them sell out. And you'll be treated. I'll take you to the VIP bar, which no audience gets to do. Yeah, I did try calling into the show on Saturday, but they could not hear me. My sound and everything was working. And then I tried calling. I did call the hotel room saying I was security, and some guy called me a piazza and hung up on me. So it's a great fan base Kevin has. So thank you for hitting the hearts. I'm not sure what hitting the hearts does, but I think Cat Williams is banned at the Comedy Store. So the last time I saw Cat Williams, he was threatening to kill Adam Egan, who was the booker at the time. So he was. I think he got a bad batch that night. I'll just say that. And he tried to fight one of the door guys. I mean, he had a little bit of a posse with him, so it got a little rough. Yeah, I saw the video, Melton. I mean, we don't usually talk about the Dabbleverse in here, but this weekend was like the Super Bowl of the Dabbleverse. All the freaks in close proximity to each other. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I love Kevin, but he looked a little ridiculous. But, if he didn't like the dealer, he didn't like the dealer. I don't think it was right they kicked him out for that. I don't know if I would say I agree with how he acted as well. But, I don't know if he was losing and he was just getting a little edgy. But, gambling is an emotion. I don't gamble. I mean, when I do gamble, it's usually on like hockey, which I'm very knowledgeable in, and horse racing. Horse racing, if you really follow it, of course, there's no guarantees. I mean, I would say at least 40% of the time the favorites in any given race don't win, but in the 60% they do win. Yeah, Kevin, I think Kevin really is the real deal. Like, I think that's how he is. Yeah, I mean, I could see the dealer going, hey, fuck this guy, but that's your job. It's your job to sit there and, yeah, one person at the table's winning, but the other 3 or 4 are losing. So you know the deal when you signed up for it. It's like I know the deal when I post a video on YouTube and someone trolls me saying this sucks or the sound sucks or whatever, and it really doesn't, but they're just trolling. It's just the way it works. So that dealer should have been a little more thick-skinned. Um, Justin, see, I see what you did there. I've seen Porky's. Um, did you see my shirt, ACDC? I wore this in honor of your unbanning. Um, yeah, I think, well, Cat keeps it real. I mean, he went on Shannon Sharp's podcast. It was like, basically, fuck Joe Rogan. He won't have me on. And Joe saw it and put him on. So maybe that's what I should do. Um, so, I made up that joke. Porky stole it. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I mean, we have a Carlos Mencia in the stream. So everyone keep your jokes to yourself while Justin C is in the building. I'm a big fan of Porky's. I'm sad Meat died. That's when that's when I know I'm getting old, is when the cast of Porky starts dying off. I believe another guy, I think Tommy Turner from Porky's, committed suicide. Or someone from that cast killed themselves. I think Cat is crazy. And the drug usage doesn't help. By the way, here's the Earl sign. I paid $500 for this thing. I gotta at least show it off a little bit. So it's kind of sad to see Cat Williams in that fucking state of mind. And you could tell he has a lot of hanger-ons around him, kind of like Artie Lang does. That night Artie Lang did Roast Battle, it was fucking sad. You just saw all these losers giving him drugs, and he was literally fell asleep while he was judging. So I said, when I was sitting across at the haters table, I'm saying, "Hey, Artie, I got some coke for you." He sprung up like a Carl Lewis out of the blocks. Well, now they put all phones in Yonder bags, which Yonder bags, if you're not familiar with them, are they prevent people from using their phones during the show performance. So, before. Yes, Wyatt Knight. Was he Tommy Turner, Gamboo? Message hell for review. Those always scare me, especially with no moderators in here. Yeah, 100%, Jade, 100%. Yeah, that's sad. That makes me sad. He was funny. I met Pee Wee once at the DMV. He was with his wife and kids. He just looked at me and was like, "Bro, I'm with my wife and kids." I'm like, "Okay, my bad." How close did the fires get to me? Well, there was what I live. You guys can Google Earth where I live. I live on the Viper Room Street, which is Larrabee. And there was one fire that they got out real fast on La Cienega and Sunset, just above Pink Dot. So that's the closest fire that got to me, or could have gotten to me. And it really wasn't so much I was scared the fire was going to get to me, like the actual fire, but it was more the embers, which in the Santa Ana winds, they were going up to 100 miles an hour. So, it was, my building is probably 60% wood and the rest stucco. So, I was a little nervous. But then the fire, the Sunset Fire, which was by Runyon Canyon, 100% Dominic, 100%. And my sister was just east of that. That was the scarier one, which is actually 2 to 3 miles east of that first fire, because the winds were going nuts that night. Just to give you an idea how crazy the winds were. My street, Larrabee, was the evacuation. What would be the right word? The evacuation cutoff. So I said, because I had Lois with me, and I've got a lot of nice shit in this condo. So I did a lap and go, okay, if I have I have one suitcase I can take with me in the car. What do I take? And I would probably take some notes that my mom gave me and some pictures and, maybe one or two of the nicer jackets I have, maybe one pair of leather pants, and, I don't know, whatever I could, I guess, fit in this bag. And so I walked up to the Comedy Store just to see how bad if the fire was ever going to get close to me. And walking up Larrabee, so north to Sunset, the wind was kind of swirling, wasn't really going in any one direction. And then when I got to Sunset and started walking east, it was going east-west, so from where the fire was to me. And then when I got up to the Comedy Store, shut up, Justin, I'll take my own, I'm going to take even longer now, bitch. So when I got to the Comedy Store, the winds were swirling. And then when I walked back home, the winds were actually going west to east. So that's in a big, I take you on a journey, man, because I actually have fucking talent. You want to go to Chad Zumach's stream where he's sniping someone and they're sniping him, and you want to talk about the Atlantic City thing for the fucking 40th time? Be my guest, Justin C. Then what are you here for, you fool? You people who come into this stream go, yeah, this guy sucks, he's not funny, but yet you stay here for the whole hour. Fuck, man. Never mind then. If you're a new sub, stick around, Justin. See, that's how much of a phony fuck I am. So, I definitely took a lap around my condo and was like, what do I take? But, I think the walk up to the Comedy Store and back really helped ease my mind. There was no way the fire was going to get to me. But like I said, with the wind acting like it was, the embers absolutely could have gotten to me. So I was lucky. My sister she lives a block east of the Hollywood Bowl, so maybe about a mile from that Sunset fire. So she was in a lot more trouble than I was. But luckily, because she has a stucco house, but it's surrounded by bushes. So, Tommy S., even though you're a new subscriber, if the jokes aren't funny, I can't laugh. I keep it real, baby doll. I just woke up too, to be honest with you. Thoughts on Joe Rogan's stand-up? Violation of the Geneva Convention. Listen, here's my take on anyone who plays arenas. You don't fool that many people. Same thing with Bert, Segura, Matt Rife. They're funny. If you're not funny, you're not going to fill an arena full of people who think you're funny. You might fill the belly room, which seats about 75 people, but you're not going to fill a 20,000 seat arena. So I think Joe has a great fan base, and they think he's funny. And funny is subjective. It's like I had a guy yesterday comment on my Tyler the Creator story. Basically said, "You suck. You got no stage presence." I don't argue with the guy. Like, okay, you don't like my act. What do you want me to do about it? Beg you to think I'm funny? So, Pert Perkins is the man. He is my Borgo. See, I'll use a Dabbleverse term. You sleep on your back? I sleep all over. I'm on my back sometimes. I sleep on my back the least, to be honest with you. What's up, Skakel? I got to go to work. Later, brother. Thank you for coming in. Earl, what you need is a puppet. No, I work alone, man. I'm like Schwarzenegger's team in Predator. We're a rescue team, not assassins. I don't work with puppets. I don't, snipe people. Your take on the Trump executive order with South Africa and refugee shipped to White House. Trump's out of control right now. He's just like, he's like a school shooter right now. He's just shooting policies all over the place. I mean, I'm not really super familiar with Tyler. We worked on the cartoon for 3 seasons. He was very nice to me. Um, he's really nice. He has no posse. His posse is his best friend Lionel, and so he's never going to lose his money because he doesn't have. He's successful in business. I don't think he does drugs. I mean, we never really took it to that level of friendship, but um, he's an awesome dude. I don't know, Jade. You lost me on that one, Jade. Well, it's good to know that we're ending the stream talking about Donald Trump's dick. Um, but speaking of Donald Trump's dick, I mean, he does have big hands. I mean, that's usually an indicator. By the way, I have big hands too, and a size 13 double E feet. And if you ask any of my ex-girlfriends, they'll vouch for me, even though we hate each other. So, well, I mean, the tariffs are going to come back. Yeah, Barron is a big dude, man, 6'8", and he's going to grow even taller. I mean, he could get to 7 feet. Um, yeah, well, I don't wear a 16 shoe. I mean, I have a 13 double E. I can't, you know, um, compare to like someone like Bob Lanier, who I think wore like a size 23 foot. Uh, we don't do that. We don't do that kind of humor in here. Uh, yes, my ex girlfriends can still walk, but they're bow legged. I feel sorry for the guys after me. Uh, and I'm a gay. Oh, you're a gay. Okay, well that's fine. We allow gays in here. It's all right, Slendanger. Um, yeah, well, yeah, but it's got to be funny. It's got to be funny, Jess and C. We can't have like unfunniness in here. It just permeates the room, and then everyone wants to, try and be funny, and then the whole stream becomes one unfunny mess. Hot dog in a 56-gallon drum. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Um, Bert Kreischer's not allowed in here then. I mean, listen, I'll say this about Bert. Like, you don't fool that many people. When you can fill an arena, it's not just marketing. That's just my opinion. Like, there was this guy, Marco something. He's big on TikTok. And he sold out a show in the Belly Room, which seats about 100 people, and he bombed his ass off for like an hour. I went up there. I was like, "Oh my god, this is horrible," but that crowd loved it. He could not fill an arena because he can't fool that many people. He's just not funny. You can get 100 people in a room and fool them. Is my point. So, but I can't fill an arena either. So what the hell is the difference? Someone asked me why don't I do my special at the Whiskey a Go Go, which would be awesome. It would be you can fool teenage. I don't do teenage. Well, I love Jimmy Carr and I love Ricky Gervais. That's a tough one. Um, I loved Ricky Gervais when he hosted the Golden Globes. He was like, "Fuck all you guys in here," and Jimmy Carr is the fucking king. So, by the way, I beat Jimmy Carr in roast battle. But anyway, never saw the show again. Thank you, Jeffrey Lifshitz and his manager Amy Z. Let's throw her into the mix too. Um, Bert Kreischer smokes weed and takes his shirt off. That's hilarious. Well, in full disclosure, I take my shirt off too. Sometimes when I'm feeling it on stage. Ricky Ricardo, he was ahead of his time, to be honest with you. What about Ricardo Montalban? I mean, Mr. Rourke. So we'll just do a few more minutes, guys. I've got to rest up. I woke up early today because Lois woke me up to go pee pee. I'm glad she woke me up. Earl, you should take your pants off instead. I mean, you got to show me the money, honey. Well, I mean, I beat him because I had great strategy. Um, So, you know, the key to winning a roast battle against Jimmy Carr was you have to talk to him like nobody's ever talked to him before. You got to interrupt him. You got to call him basically a piece of shit to his face. And, I'm as quick as he is. So it was a good battle. And we're buddies, man. Every time we see each other, we talk. I respect him a lot more than I respect Jeff. I'll tell you that much. But, that's how I roll. 2 more minutes, guys. We got 2 more minutes for you guys to get your questions in. I just put out another short about an hour ago. Please check that out. Like and support it. Share it if you want to. It's called Inappropriate Humor or Inappropriate Joke. I'm not sure. It's your interview with Tom Meyer. It's coming. I think I'm doing it in about 3 hours. Are you rich enough to get an expensive woman? The last couple girlfriends have almost drained me financially. So, well, I mean, bro, when you can fill an arena, you're funny. I'm sorry, man. I just honestly believe that. Like I said, that TikTok guy, he fooled 100 people to think he's funny, and they'll probably never go see him again. I mean, I think Dane's biggest problem was he was a dick to a lot of people, and so the industry turned on him because, yeah, 100%. I mean, I got my fun out of it too. But they all think the grass is greener on the other side of Earl, and they all can say in unison, "I'm alive and well. Where am I?" So, oh shit, Peter, TikTok Nasser, who? Josh Nasser. This guy made Josh Nasser seem like George Carlin. So, Isaac Butterfield, I don't know who that is. Always a pleasure to see the Chicken Man typing in all caps. He's the only person in the Earlverse allowed to type in all caps. In reality, I want to say your name right. Sliding Edge. $5. Double tap that ray gun. Tom or Bert, who's a harder target in a roast battle? I mean, who? Well, Bert's more animated, so there's more to make fun of. Tom would be harder to roast battle because he's kind of quiet. But I think, he's sensitive. I mean, Bert's easy because there's so many targets. Tom, I know, is sensitive. So, and I think I know what angle of attack I would use on him. Because I know they're going to have people write jokes for them about me. Like if I were to battle Tom Segura, I know he would reach out to friends of mine. Hey, what do you got on Skakel? He'd probably hire Sarah Tiana. Hey, you beat Earl on TV. What do you got on him? I wouldn't use anyone. I do my own research. And trust me, my only rule with roast battle, and I'll never do it again because that would only help Jeff, and I'm done making that fool money. If it's true, it can be told on stage. So could you beat? I mean, I beat Jimmy Carr. I could beat anybody. I could lose to anyone. That's the great thing about roast battle is you can beat anyone, you can lose to anyone. But once again, I would battle Daniel Tosh like I did Jimmy Carr and show them no respect. You got to interrupt them. You got to make fun of them because no one makes fun of these guys. So it's a shock to the system when someone like me who doesn't give a fuck rips into them. They're like, oh, no one's ever talked to me like that before. And you get them on edge. You interrupt them. It's like when you look at when I went up and fucked with Jeremy Piven, he was totally lost because no one's ever talked to him like that. By the way, Jeff and Moses told me to do that, so I thought Jeremy Piven was in on it. He's just staring at me. So, yeah, I mean, Jeff would never battle me. Because he's so lazy, he would just hire an ex-girlfriend to write 5 jokes. So I wouldn't even be battling him. I'd be battling an ex, who I already beat easily anyway. But we won't go there. So, I mean, the girls who sleep with him, like, fuck, man. You've got to have vision. I mean, Jeff must get his dates at the Braille Institute. I did beat my ex at LA Riot. We battled, and we were dating at the time, so it wasn't that hard, to be honest with you. I mean, she was like the queen of the show, but she wasn't going to ever beat me. I mean, you know, I mean, like these girls, there's got to be some base level of attraction. Like, I might not be the best looking guy in the world, but I know any girl who fucks me is into it. You know, I'm a good looking guy for 56. I got a great body for 56. I'm funny. You know, I got most of my hair. I got good skin. Did I date Lisa Lampanelli? No, I did not. Thank you, though. Thank you. I did not. She's not my type. And I'm, you know, I think she likes black guys. So, Super Bowl performance. I mean, you know, well, I mean, I'm honest, yeah. I mean, like, do I have a great body compared to Matt Rife? No, I don't. But he's also 30 years younger than me. He ain't gonna look like me when he's 56. So, probably very good that she got turned away from a Diddy party. I mean, I said, hold on, let me turn the TV down. You know, I said the Eagles will win the Super Bowl 35-27 if they can run the ball. And that's exactly what happened. Whoa, hold on, let me get an energy drink. I'm starting to fade a little bit, I'm not going to lie. I need my drugs. I need my caffeine. I also got to take my vitamins. So you guys talk amongst yourselves for 2 seconds. 2 seconds here. Well, don't age me. I'm 56, not 59. I don't know who that is. But, you know, I said if the Eagles can, you know, control the first quarter with the running game, whether it be through Hurts or Barkley or both, that opens up the play action. And A.J. Brown and the others will take over, and that's what happened. Now, I did not see a blowout happening. We're just saying she's the female. I mean, Jeff isn't that good at roasting, to be honest with you. I mean, go on Comedy Central and do a direct comparison of season 1 of every episode I was in. I'm assuming you can just put up my name in Comedy Central search engine and all my battles come up. And you tell me one episode where Jeff was funnier than me. And he wasn't. He just wasn't. You know? Or, no, I don't like the guy. I think he's a horrible person. But watch any roast that he's on. So I'm not telling you a particular roast where he didn't do well. I'm not saying go watch that. Watch any roast he's on. He's arguably the most unfunny person on every roast. But he's just juiced in. Well, I don't know if Leonarda is funny or not. You know, I've never heard of her, but she's probably never heard of me. So I don't say that in like a catty way. You know, roast battles are, you know, I love that anyone could win or lose them. You know, like when people say who's the best roast battler of all time, some say me. Some say Sarah Tiana, who beat me. So you would think that, well, Sarah's better than Earl because she beat him. But then she lost to K. Trevor Wilson, who I beat easily. And he's like the Canadian champ. So who's better? We've all lost to people that others have won to and vice versa. So, I mean, Matt Sarah didn't want to put in the work. I mean, maybe she's heard of me. I don't know, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, you know, I don't watch stand up, as you guys know. So I don't really keep up with who's performing at the mothership and whatnot. I mean, I'll probably never go back to the mothership. I just didn't feel the love that I expected. I mean, everyone was nice to me, but I could just tell it was like, I don't know. I didn't have a great time there, to be honest with you. But it's an amazing club. I mean, you know, it's a comics club. Like everything there is done, you know, like for the comics. And Joe is awesome. Not really, but I don't watch stand up. Now, with Roast Battle, I could predict what jokes were going to be told about me. Because, you know, it's Earl's so old that, Earl dates young girls this, Earl's related to the Kennedys that. So I had 100 rebuttals for every joke that someone was going to say about me. What up, Petroid? Well, I mean, I think the Mothership's an awesome club if you're in there, but I'm not really in there. I'm not out, but I'm not in. I'm kind of in that middle ground. So, you know, would I go back there? I don't know. I mean, as soon as I walked in the green room, Joe got off the phone. He was on and gave me a big hug, welcomed me, said, "You need anything, let me know." Bought me a burger after. So I was treated nice, but I just I got the vibe from, and the Austin comics were very cool to me, but I also got the vibe. It was like, great, another LA comic. But it's like, how do you think I feel in LA when every comic from all over the fucking world comes to the Comedy Store? So, you know, this is my voice, baby. This ain't vocal fry. I like ska music. I mean, I'm not like a huge fan of it. Like, I like that one band, Madness. Our house in the middle of the street. Our house. Yes, Rogan left LA. You know, it's probably like there's no state income tax in Texas. So it's, you know, that's why it's funny. Most hockey players, you ask any hockey player on planet Earth, especially the ones that play in Montreal, Toronto, Edmonton, Vancouver, Calgary, especially in like Montreal where the taxes are insane. All of them would rather play in Vegas, which is a fucking desert. Dallas. You wouldn't think Dallas is a hockey hotbed, but there's no state income taxes, or Florida. So thank you, Petroid. I appreciate that. Bob Nelson, yeah, the guy who'd wear the helmet and whatnot. What up, gaming freak? Um, how often did Rogan attend? He attended it any night he was in LA, I guess. Well, I'm not going to say Austin comics suck. I mean, I just think that, the level of talent changed with LA and New York comics coming in. So, I think that's really the game changer was you had every TV comic in the world coming to Austin. Now, not that that means if you're on TV you're funny, but like, I am Jewish. I am Jewish. Justin, see, I can't tell if you're trolling me or a fan, but I like how you keep me on edge. I remember when Seinfeld was doing Vegas. I mean, George Wallace is really funny. I like George Wallace. I don't know if I'm the only funny Jew on earth, but like, hit the like and subscribe button to show your support. Was there any creeps at the comedy club? I mean, there's creeps at every comedy club. Well, hopefully I do come to Jersey and perform more. So it's my stream, Justin. See, I'll act how I want to act. Yeah, 100%. I mean, but I get the Austin comics. They're protective of their territory. So you know, but I understand more than anyone how you feel about comics coming in on your turf. I mean, at the Comedy Store every week, there's a comic from, New York, Texas, Canada, the UK, Australia, trying to get stage time there. So, thoughts on Red Bar? I like Red Bar, to be honest with you. Now, a lot of people don't. He is I guess, the innovator of shit talking podcast. So, he doesn't give a fuck because I don't think he's a comic. So he doesn't care about playing the Comedy Store or the Mothership. So there's a lot of good comics. There's a lot of bad comics. Well, I just, Jeff would have no chance. I would overwhelm him with what I have on him. I mean, Jeff had me pulled off the Adam Egget roast at the Comedy Store because he's like, hey, Earl's going to come in too hot. And I absolutely would have. So, that's where I lost all respect for him. You can't call yourself the roast master when you're afraid of me. Like, And the crazy thing is that it wasn't televised. It was just for Adam and his friends. So there's under 100 people in the room. And, instead of me, you have Mike Binder go on and bomb for 20 minutes. I mean, people were leaving the room. Adam's friends were leaving the room because Binder was bombing so bad. And it's just like, all right. That's Jeff in a nutshell. Let's not have Earl on because he's going to hit me with some hard jokes. Let's have Mike Binder, who's not a roast comic. That's Jeff in a nutshell. I'm going to be the funniest guy on the dais because I'm going to have all the unfunny people out. And that's why none of his shows work long term. I mean, think about it. I mean, look at The Burn. That was nothing more than a ripoff of Jeselnik's show. Lasted, I think, 1 or 2 seasons. Look at Roast Battle. I mean, Roast Battle Roast Battle got 5 seasons of television, 2 in the UK, and that's only because Jimmy Carr hosted it, not Jeff. And 3 in the US. At 3 in the US. I mean, Roast Battle jumped the shark season 1 because the casting was horrible. Half the cast shouldn't have been on the fucking show. They weren't roast comics. But Jeff was like, we got to get celebrities on. We got to get Ralphie May on. And Ralphie May had been destroyed by Sarah Tiana in a belly room battle. So they knew Ralphie wasn't good at all. Let's have a fat guy on. Mike Lawrence will kill him. Hey, Dud, chat miss. I'm gonna need that written in English, bro. Oh, he would never fucking battle Jeselnik. I mean, Jeff's not a writer. Everything you see Jeff say on stage, someone else wrote for him. Pablo Francisco, he had a nice run. He probably should have been bigger than he ended up being. But, I think from a lot of my friends who are agents and managers, they just didn't want to touch him because of the drugs. And he was just kind of, unreliable. Does losing a roast battle take an ego hit if they aren't a roast comic? I mean, well, that's the thing, though. Anyone can lose, I mean, Sarah Tiana, who's an elite roaster, almost lost to this guy named Pete C at the Comedy Store. Now, Pete C wasn't even a comic. He was just a comedy friend to all the comics, but he was really funny. And so they roast battled. And, the thing that was crazy about that battle was Pete C just didn't give a fuck. Like, he's not a comic. So he wasn't battling Sarah for acceptance. They asked him to do it because they thought Sarah would kill him. And he started not necessarily winning, but he got in some good shots. Um, so I like Joey Diaz. Oh yeah, I mean, if you look at the judging in roast battles, almost a pro wrestling type deal. If they want you to win, you'll win. Um, like my friend Tom Ballard, in my opinion, we did a untelevised season of roast battle in Montreal that not many people saw, and it was just like a pilot episode where we were the talk of the festival, but it was just throw mud on the wall, see what sticks, take this out, put this in, and my friend Tom Ballard, who's this really funny Australian comic, who I beat on my season, he was. Excuse me, this is not carbonated. He beat Jimmy Carr in the untelevised season, but Jeff rigged it for Jimmy to win. So, and if you look back to my very first battle on television, I was battling this guy, Jesse Joyce, who's this brilliant comic, great writer. He was the head writer on At Midnight. He's the first guy Comedy Central calls when there's a roast. I killed him. I mean, it wasn't even close. And you could see Jeff and the Comedy Central executives behind him were like, they wanted him to win so bad, and it just didn't happen. So, and the only reason Jeff didn't try and rig it for Jesse to win was because Rogan was judging, and Rogan was judging by the fucking book. So, if Joe Rogan wasn't judging that night, I probably don't get on the TV show. Jesse Joyce was taught how to roast from the Cleveland roast master Ray DeVito. I was offered At Midnight once, and it was the day I was going to Montreal for the TV show. And they asked me to change my flight, and I'm like, I can't take, my battle's tomorrow night. They asked me so my battle with Tom, and I was nervous, I was battling Tom Ballard, and I knew that he had beaten Jimmy in that untelevised season. So, the odds were very real that I could lose my first battle in Montreal, second battle on television. And I wanted to get to Montreal the night before and just lock myself in the hotel room and go over Tom Ballard jokes like until I backwards and forwards. So they asked me to change my flight to the day of my first battle, and I just couldn't take the chance at a flight delay or whatever. And then I'm late for my battle, and so I said no, and then they never asked me to do it again. But it was worth. There's no way I could risk it. I think Steady Eddie is my favorite Australian comedian of all time. I love Tom Ballard. Tom Ballard is my favorite Australian comic. Um, how did Joe Rogan become? Well, he's got the number one podcast in the world. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to see a good podcast with me where I could riff, look up Chappelle Lacey and Joel Jimenez podcast, Lesser Known Characters. I was on it like 2 weeks ago, and we just had a vibe. And that's how I would have been on At Midnight. But, that's why Comedy Central and, you know, that's why they haven't had a hit in a long time, because they don't have funny people on their shows. It's all packaging. Well, this person's managed by this person. They're not really good at improv, but let's have them on an improv game show. So number one non-comedy podcast. So what? Well, I don't know what that means. I mean, someone asked me why Joe Rogan is the gatekeeper of stand-up. It's because when you have the number one podcast in the world, I mean, I could go on Rogan tomorrow and my career would be changed forever. I mean, I'd go from 12,000 followers on Instagram to probably at least 50,000. And if it was a great interview, which I think it would be, I could have as many as 100,000 followers 2 weeks after the episode. But, Earl, was that you who painted with the big hog? It was not, Chicken Man. It was not. Would you have done well on The Daily Show? I mean, I have that Michael Costa type humor. I love David Tell. We did do bumping mics one night with me and Attell, and I was pretty funny. But he's the GOAT. I mean, he's probably the best comic right now. So I was a little nervous at first, and then we did about 5 to 10 minutes of bumping mics, essentially with me replacing Jeff, and it was fun. Yeah, I mean the Dabbleverse. Listen, I was wrong about the Dabbleverse. I thought about a year ago it would implode because it's just so repetitive. It's Stuttering John this, Shuley that, Steel Toes this, Kevin Brennan's that. But, that's the great thing about Chad. And by the way, Chad is streaming right now, I believe. So when I'm done in a minute, go to Chad's stream. Chad stirs the drink, Chad picks his battles. It's like pro wrestling. He weaves. And I did eat breakfast at Starbucks. I had an Impossible breakfast sandwich with a diet root beer. I mean, Chad provided 10 podcasts with material this weekend. The show's canceled, and he's in Atlantic City, misses his flight, and it's like it was pro wrestling. That's what I don't think people understand about Chad. He's pro wrestling. He gets it. He's the heel. He's the face. He turns. Kevin Brennan sucks for 4 months, and then he comes back to MLC. It's like a face turn. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the interview Rogan did with JD Vance, it actually made Vance human. Like Vance, before that interview with Rogan's very stiff, cookie cutter answers, says what you want him to say. And Rogan broke him down and go, oh, this guy's kind of cool. I'd have a beer with this guy. What up, Mac? I'm about to end the stream. 4 more minutes, guys. We did an hour and a half this morning. Hope you enjoyed it. So, Stern just became a parody of himself. Well, I do have a podcast melody, Inappropriate Earl. So thank you for the advice. Yeah, I mean, I kind of don't do TikTok anymore. I've decided to really fully concentrate on YouTube and the shorts and the streams and the videos. I mean, the confusing thing about YouTube in terms of cracking the algorithm is, you can read 20 articles on how to crack the algorithm and you'll get 20 different answers. I read one article yesterday that said shorts are pushed more on YouTube because they are trying to compete with Instagram Reels and TikTok. That makes sense. Um, and then, one article said videos in like 2 to 3 minute, or it actually said 2 to 5 minute videos are pushed a lot. And then lives, I heard, are a great way to crack the algorithm. So, well, it's easy for you to say, don't worry about the algorithm because you have no skin in the game. I have to worry about the algorithm. Um, so, well, yeah, but I mean, me and Adam are best friends, but it hasn't been the same since that. Um, so, because I think he felt bad, but I'm sure Jeff pressured him into it. And the funny thing is, Eleanor and Rick Ingram told way harsher jokes than I would have. So, why do you guys like the live so much? It's no advertisement. Well, I mean, Jay, that frankly, the lives get me the most subscribers. I don't know why. I mean, the shorts get me the most views, but I make zero money on them. I mean, it's really hard to make money on shorts for me. Um, and then the videos, they do okay, the 2 to 5 minute videos, but but the lives definitely have gotten me more subscribers. I mean, I would say since I've been doing live videos for the last year, I've taken my channel growth to from 1,250 to 3,100 in a year. So I've doubled the size of my channel mainly through lives. So, well, I mean, YouTube Shorts gets you the most views, but I don't know if it makes you the most money for me anyway. Um, so, I mean, I love doing lives. I love talking. I don't stream snipe. I don't really, I just talk. I mean, I think the way I do it's the hardest way to do it. We've done an almost hour and a half stream and I haven't showed a video clip or I just talk for an hour and a half. So yeah, I bet you do, Tommy. Yes, I bet you do. You guys coming in late with the gay humor. So Melody is qualified to give advice. Why? Let the man. No, I don't mind. See, I can take advice. I can take criticism, feedback. Um, it's the algorithm. Like I said, I mean, you go on YouTube after this stream and put in how to grow channel, how to grow your YouTube channel, and watch the first 5 videos, or just look at the titles of the first 5 videos. They'll give you 5 different uh, things, advice on. Um, how do I double the growth of your schlong? You're probably stuck, brother. So you guys have been good. Oh, message held for review. This is probably a good way to end the stream. Aside from, oh, come on, man. Justin, come on. Enough with the gay stuff. What? Um, Shorts need like, yeah. I mean, it's there's a science to it. Um, I mean, obviously my goal is to get so many people to watch this channel that they want to come see me either at the Comedy Store or I can start doing the road a little bit more. Um, but that's I'm just trying everything. Um, I mean, the lives, I'm best at improv. Like, so there's nothing anyone in this stream is going to throw at me where I'm going to be like staring at the screen like that. So I think the engagement, the personalized engagement, I enjoy the most. But I also enjoy putting up shorts of my stand up. So you people go, oh, this guy is funny. Let's go check him out. Um, I mean, I saw one girl, she did like an 8 hour video of her sleeping, and she got like a million views, like literally a million views. Now, granted, she's hot, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, she probably made more money on an 8 hour video of her sleeping than I am doing this stream right now. But what are you going to do? Yeah, I'm here. Gay stuff is into you too. Hello. Um, Yeah, well, I mean, and there's also, what you put in the title and, uh, I mean, there's hashtags. Some people say hashtags are key. And then I read one article that said hashtags do nothing. So who's right? Who's wrong? So some of my short videos, I'll use hashtags and some I won't, but it's also engagement. Like I put out a video yesterday and some troll was like, "Yeah, this sucks. The sound's off. You have no stage presence." So I played with him a little bit. And, in YouTube's eyes, YouTube doesn't really concentrate on what's being said. They just look at the comments. So this one particular video did well because me and this one guy were going back and forth. I mean, I went against my own um, rules here of not really talking to trolls because they just want to make you feel like shit. But they want. That's why I say hit the like and subscribe button. And even when you hit thumbs down, now obviously I don't want anyone to hit thumbs down, but YouTube just looks at that as its engagement. Joe Rogan is right. He's always right. Right. People like the dumb. Joe Rogan was a straight edge until he was 30, then smoked weed and turned a stoner. Those are the worst kind of people. Um, yeah, I mean, I think I'm on the right path on YouTube, but, obviously I'm not fucking Mr. Beast, but, and even though I only have, I don't know, give or take 3,100 subscribers, that's double what I had last year. So, I think anytime you can say you can double the growth of your channel, you're doing pretty good. Am I doing some things wrong? I probably am. I mean, trying to talk about wrestling and hockey probably isn't going to make my channel blow up, but I talk about what I like. So, thank you, Justin C, for the new sub. I know we were just fucking bantering with each other. Yes. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say I get that much pussy, but like I do all right. Um, so, all right, you guys. When the stream is down to talking about how much pussy I get, it's probably a good way to end it. Thank you guys. Thank you, Justin C. Some of the new subscribers. I appreciate you guys coming in and playing. Um, if you can help me out by hitting the like and subscribe button, thank you. And also watch the new short video I put out today. It's a real quick joke about the WNBA. And, that helps. I'd rather get views than super chats. I mean, although I did make $7 in this stream, I'd thank the new gay Earl. He won't be here long. What the fuck? Boing, 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 boing. Just watching the videos helps me. Hitting the likes. When the next stream, I might do another stream tonight. I'm trying to do one stream a day. Sometimes I'm feeling it. I do 2 streams. Sometimes I don't do a stream at all. I will put out something every day. That's my goal. I think I started this goal about, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago of just putting something on YouTube every day. And that's another thing. You read an article, how often should you post on YouTube? I don't dabble. I'm dabble adjacent. And, one article said you got to put stuff out every day. Another article said 3 times a week because every day is too much. So who's right, who's wrong? Right now, I'm choosing the everyday model. I'm trying to put out 1 short a day, at least 1 live a day, and then anywhere from 3 to 5, 2 to 5 minute videos a week. So, yes. So please, I got some stuff you can put out. Tommy, yes, I think I know you. Your diction is very familiar. Very familiar. So that's it, guys. Earl Skakel over and out. Go over to Chad Zummock's stream right now. Tell him I sent you.